I feel like that was also part of the reason why I never saw myself into arts at first. I was like, I thought you have to be like an extrovert. You have to feel comfortable talking to folks. That's the stuff I see on TV. Like everyone had these big, bold personalities.
So that program kicked off during COVID, and you know, the challenge of COVID for us was how do you continue to create shows and create content during COVID when everyone was social distancing and there was a lot of restrictions around that. At the same time, Walmart, with the increase in Walmart in online shopping, was expanding their focus on online shopping. And so what we did was created a show called Design at Your Door, which was essentially a Zoom-based design makeover show.
If you have that understanding of the post-production workflow, it'll make your decision making before you get to that stage much more efficient and much more effective. So when I'm shooting, I'm constantly thinking, how is this going to work in the edit?
It was extremely elaborate, but it was also almost poetically beautiful in that we, the NBA, and certain vendors kind of work together to really figure out this problem. How do we solve the problem of being able to play safely and to produce it in a way that is still good to watch?
There's so many things that you can do to raise awareness. You can organize in your community, having town halls, having community meetings in the parks, reaching out to those that have been impacted the most. Those are all things you can do to hold corporations accountable for their contributions to pollution and global warming.
Thank you.
I think what's really important is that it is an as authentic as possible version of our experience. Because if it's not, then it's these tropes of sort of knitted together to sell tickets.
But with this tool, we're able to use it to find more like-minded crew members that we can staff that are diverse.
So while I really enjoyed that, what I had found in creating that product was I was, again, much more interested in how audiences were consuming that product.
So that while you're editing, you're not thinking, what button do I have to press to do this? It flows through you. It just feels terrific to be storytelling like that.
I just loved being on set.
Yes.
And that was my moment of, oh, this is what I want to do.
What's probably more useful about film school, even more so than what you learn, is the connections that you can make in the networking and the way you can move ahead, in the future together. But I think I've always thought that the best film school is simply getting out there and making movies, telling stories.
And I think I started writing, like outlining it actually before COVID. I was like, okay, I'm gonna start outlining this a little bit. So I love outlining. If I can give any piece of advice, it's to outline your scripts.